we're going to have the opportunity to have to hold on to the things that people responded to on the show, the scary stuff and surprises and the tension, the thrills. But I also think that we're going to jump ahead in time, which gives us the opportunity to see characters in a different place in their lives, in a different headspace, and that's something that I'm really excited about. I think that the cool thing about doing television is that you get a chance, if you're lucky enough to get asked back for a couple of years, to continue to explore deeper aspects of character, and we're going to see Ryan in a different place in his life. As you know, he's a very tortured kind of guy, and he drinks too much, and he has a tremendous amount of guilt and sort of sadness and violence in his heart. And I think that at least at first, he's going to seem like he's moved past some of that. Something I've really enjoyed, yeah, absolutely. I suppose you could get onto certain kinds of shows with certain kinds of characters where you really keep having to do the same thing again and again and again. But we talked a lot from the outset, Kevin Williamson, about, taking every episode and looking at it as an opportunity to peel back a layer of the onion skin. And the thing about the Ryan Hardy character is that he really plays things very close to the vest. I felt really strongly that I didn't want to put it all on the table. He's not that kind of a guy. He's a guy that has secrets, a guy that holds those secrets inside. And Kevin Williamson's really stayed true to that. Well, one of the things that a scene that from the first season that I always loved was a flashback where I go and I watch Joe teaching, and this is before I know that he's a serial killer, and I'm really kind of like knocked out by it, because I've always contended, people have talked, well, maybe there's kind of similarities between the two guys, but really it's more about the differences between the two guys. Joe, and in a strange way, Joe is a man, aside from the murder, that I really, really admire. He's a people person. Ryan's not a people person. He is extremely well read, which I'm not. He is has a certain kind of erudite quality and a knowledge of literature, and so to see me as a teacher this year, I'd like to think that in a strange way I've learned a little bit something from him, you know what I mean? I don't think that I'm ever going to have that same kind of dynamic presence that Joe does, that ability to hold a class in the palm of his hand, I don't think that's who I am, but it certainly is. The irony is not lost on me that I end up doing a job that he was doing before he,
As long as you don't go to the serial killing, though?
Yes, I don't think I'm going to go to that. Yeah.
So,
last question, please.
You mentioned before that the character of Ryan Hardy is going to take a lot of years to the best what aspects of the character do you still want to explore in the upcoming season or anytime?
Well, I certainly think that I'm always interested in romance, in love, in friendship, in sadness, in anger, in addiction, in sex, violence, all those things. You know what I mean? I think that with any character, we are complex. We're all complex beings. We have experiences in our lives that are monumental, that take us to a different place. I don't know if I have a baby in my future, but certainly that's a big thing that changes one's life, death, life, all that stuff.